Well, the soybeans are looking ready to harvest, so let's get them up. Hello and welcome along. We are back with going big on Estancia Lapacho, and today our soybeans are ready to harvest, as you saw at the beginning. And so yeah, we've got our combine out. We're currently just bringing our trailer, our header trailer here, so that we can get hooked up to it and get our combine cutting. I'm hoping we're going to get a nice big yield off our soybeans here. There we go. Right, so we will unfold our combine. There we go, and get us started up as soon as we're unfolded. There we are. So there are a few little weeds in the corner. We weren't perfectly set up for that, but we do have a pretty good start. We've got this big patch where the seeder failed at this point here. We'll get our Fendt out in a minute. It's currently attached to the seeder, which is what we had it for the soybeans. But we should be in a good position with using that with our trailer. We've got 34,000. We spent 5,000 overnight after last time's sugar beet harvest. It was on various things like the leasing of equipment and in fact, no, we've not got any equipment maintenance of our own, of course, this being Farming Simulator 19. But yeah, it was mainly the leasing of the equipment. The Stara was the Stara sprayer and spreader is the big thing we have at the moment. We don't have many things that we're leasing. But what we do have did cost us a bit based on the work we did with it yesterday. But we're good otherwise. We made a small loss in the end yesterday. We ended up with about $111 loss on the crops overall and the work and everything overall. But considering that we basically did everything with buying new equipment, leasing new equipment, and all of that in the last game day, it's all good. We're really on track to be able to get probably another field. I think the next thing I'm looking to do is get another field. If we can do that, then we're going to be making a good amount of money. We're gonna up how much we can make. This of course isn't our second. This is our second harvest, having immediately got the sunflowers originally. And that's the other thing. If I can get a field where I can immediately harvest a crop off it as well, is what I'm looking to do. So we're going to be concentrating on fields that I can do that with. Especially if I can get a soybean or a sunflower harvest off it, or a canola harvest is the other thing. So actually, looking at field 8 there, field 8 has a nice set of sunflowers coming off it. But we're probably going to be doing a load of harvesting contracts and things. Lots and lots of stuff is ready to harvest at the moment. So it wouldn't surprise me if we did harvesting this video and next video as well. It will be a good use of our combine for us to try and get some stuff up. The field I've got my eye on at the moment is field 5. It's not a huge field. It would be really useful if we want to do some sugar cane or something like that later on. And I have had a few people asking if I would do sugar cane on this map, and I think it's a map that would be great for that. And we can do time lapses of sugarcane on it. If you guys do want to see me do that, please let me know. I'm really interested in as to whether you liked last video's time lapses, and B, if you want to see more of that kind of thing. This video we're not going to time lapse. We are going to do cuts. I'm going to get this. I'm talking a fair amount at the moment, but I'm going to get this first headland out. We typically take 2 headlands with this combine, and so once we've got the first headland out, we see what sort of yield we have off this first headland. I'm really intrigued to see how we do. Because soybeans at the moment, let's put this on our cruise control. And what we'll do is go and have a quick look at how much soybeans are worth at the moment. There's our things. So soybeans at the moment we can get $1,500 for them at the bakery, which we seem to be selling a lot of stuff to the bakery. So that is the plan. Is unless prices change a lot during this harvest, we hopefully will get $1,500 for them at the bakery, and we're slowly edging our way towards getting ourselves a farm built. We may end up even building it on Field 5. It's one of those things where I've got this issue with where I want to build it. Is actually it's directly opposite this here. It's a fantastic sort of low basin for us to build our farm in. Unfortunately, it's over $400,000 to purchase it, so it's gonna be one of those things that takes a little while. Don't know how much sugarcane is worth, to be honest, at the moment. So we'll see. That may be our ticket to it. We do need to get the sugarcane equipment and everything though in order to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to knock this second headland out. The first headland, we've got 8,000. Wow, we got 8,114 litres off it. So that's really good for this first headland. So I am going to crack on with the second headland. And before we cut in, we're going to empty the trailer out. So I will come back to you once we've done that. Wow, so I was going to come back at the end of the headland, but I've just noticed that in the time it's taken us to take 1 3/4 headlands out, the sunflowers that I pointed out in Field 8 have come ripe. So yeah, I'm guessing that there is a sunflower mission available over in that field over there. And it's going to be really good for us to do next time, maybe. Lots of stuff, lots and lots of stuff has come ripe recently, and it's just going to be great for us to do. So yeah, let's get the rest of this headland done, see where we are, and yeah, next time I think we might be doing some sunflowers. Right, here we go, coming to the end of our headlands. I'm really pleased actually. We have so we've taken out our 2 headlands. We are at amazingly we're at 15,000 litres now. I think our trailer holds about 39,000 if I remember correctly. So we'll head over here and jump in our tractor. Here we go. So drop off that, and we'll go and get ourselves our trailer over here. Not too far away. So if we get 2 trailer fulls off here, which I think this trailer holds about 39,000. So, I'm getting an issue sometimes where I'm getting a double on the detach. So, detach. There we go. Right. So let's hook up to our trailer and get this unloaded, and then we can cut into the field. There we go. Into our cramp. And going forward, hopefully, we'll be able to unload straight onto there, or as we're moving. Cool, I'm happy with that. And as I said, I'd like to get a lorry and an overloader, really. If we can do that, that would be a really great way to do this. We're going to cut in at this end of the field, I think, just because it's shortest distance. There we go, nice and empty. So in with our auger and starting up our combine again. In a good position to be, it's about here-ish. So there was, as some of you know, I've been watching a lot of the Millennial Farmer recently. And really interesting episode I watched where he discussed the difference between the header we have on this combine, which is a belt header, and sort of the auger-driven ones that are more traditional on combines. And it's really interesting in that part of the reason why, and I think I may have mentioned this in the episode where we actually got this, combine. The reason why I got this particular header is because for soybeans, it actually treats the soybeans better. The soybeans, because they fall onto the belt and then are therefore gently brought in. It means that they don't shell in the wrong place, and they actually do it while you're going through the thresher, is what I believe he said. Now, if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me in the comments. But as far as I can remember from that video, that is the useful that is why a belt-driven header like this is so useful. We were slightly off the straight there. This is not going to be the straightest of first cuts, I don't think. No, look at that. Now this combine here, I'd say, is from custom modding, the modification. I don't remember the brakes on the standard in-game one being as horrible as they are on this mod. It really is. It doesn't stop. It really doesn't stop. It has a severe braking issue, this mod. And so I quite like... yeah, I kind of need to test it side by side with the ideal that comes standard in the game. But it does, yeah, it definitely has issues, I think, as from that point of view. And as I said, I don't know if that's standard in the game or whether that's something to do with this mod. But it definitely, the braking on it is absolutely appalling. At this point, the yield on this is probably not quite as high as I'd hoped. We're coming up to 10,000 litres. This combine holds, I think it's 17,100. But we've knocked a big chunk of the field out. We've knocked a huge chunk of the field out. We're going to be finished on our first bit in a moment. We've got one more bit to do down the side there. We'll then cut into this second block, which is probably about another quarter. I don't think we're going to get much more than one more tank out of here. I think there's probably 2 tanks worth of soybeans in this field, which is going to be 39,000 litres roughly, which is, again, is going to fill our trailer. So yeah, it's 39,000 litres at 1.5. It's going to be worth about 50-ish thousand to us, I think. Yeah, in fact, 40,000 litres. It's actually, it might be worth about $60,000 to us. So we're gonna be just shy of 100,000. We're gonna need to do more contracts in order to buy the field that we want to buy. But once we've done that, we can at least start getting more money in from that. I can see that more weeds are coming up, which is interesting because, yeah, I'm surprised by that. We shouldn't get any extra weeds in our crops because we have sprayed it with herbicide. Right, let's get this last little bit done out, and then I'm going to come back, and hopefully we will be emptying. Right, so we're in the tractor now. The combine is nearly full. We have 15 space for... yeah, I think we have space for about 20,000 litres in here. So we're going to just wait till that's out. There we go. And empty this. We've got the hired worker on the combine, of course, just emptying that out. It's not too bad. I think we are going to get basically a full trailer load off of here. What will be useful when we get more fields is if we put the same stuff in and have an overloader and a big lorry, then we'll be in a good position. It is a case of, at the moment, we're just running the farm with this equipment. It is, with this experiment, it's one of those things where it's, we are in a position where we can't do much other than what we're doing at the moment, and that is the big thing about the Going Big experiment. It very much is. How does it work? You can see the hired worker has stayed on the straight line and is full, so we're just gonna pull this over here and switch back to the combine. But there we go, it's empty. Let's go back. You can see just over there, there's that little row of sugar beet we planted by mistake. That's hilarious. We're going to have to just plough that. Yeah, we're going to have to plough that in, because it being a root crop, we won't be able to, or it'll reduce our yield if we leave that little patch without ploughing it. So we might get the plough out and just plough that in. We're coming very much to the end of the field now. We've got, yeah, we should fit all of this width in our header. Yeah, we will fit all of this width in our header. And then we've got the whole width the other side that should work fine. In fact, oh, we can. No, we can't. We're going to have to come back down on this side. It's going to be a stretch. Now, this is something I was always taught. Is if you're trying to fit the whole of a last line in the width of your combine, in the width of your header, don't try and do that. Try and you can just take less of it, and then you'll have to do another run. As it is, this has got a bit thinner now, and we're able to pull it in a bit more. But this, all in all, this has been a fairly successful harvest, to be honest. You can see the weeds have come back on the rest of the field. Where we've harvested, the weeds have been growing. Where we haven't harvested yet in our actual crop, we're fine. So yeah, the herbicide is doing its job, and it's not only killed the weeds that we had in our crop in the first place, it has also got rid of the weeds. It stopped the weeds from coming back before we've harvested as well. Right, coming to the end of this, this is our last full width of the header on this side. We got that little bit that we had kind of missed on the other side, where we decided that not to try and do it in the full width of the header. So what I'm going to do is get this turned and get this emptied. So we'll put the auger out as well. And we've got another 5,200, and so we might have an extra 5,300. I'm hoping this is going to fit in our trailer. It will be unfortunate and annoying if it doesn't. We might, yeah, I will probably come back and get it later if it doesn't. Just see what we make off our single trailer that we already have. There we go. So turn that off. Yeah, there we go. Right. Let's go empty this out, and then we'll go and see how much we get for it down at the bakery. Presuming the bakery, of course, I haven't tested or checked the bakery yet. Is still our best price. But all in all, the soybean harvest has gone fairly well. I'm pretty happy with it. So while that's emptying, let's have a look. Soybeans best price at the moment is still the bakery. We know where the bakery is. They are the most profitable, or they are the highest paying in the game. Next to sunflowers. So yeah, sunflowers and soybeans definitely seem to be the way to go. So leave our combine here, and off we go to the bakery to sell our wares. Here we are at our destination. So the bakery is just around the corner here. And yeah, we do seem to sell an inordinate amount of stuff at the bakery, whether we're doing a contract or whether we're doing doing our own stuff. We do tend to sell at the bakery a fair amount. Right, there we go. So let's unload these, see how much we make from them. I'm hoping we're going to make a decent amount. It would be really useful for us to make about... We can make between sort of 50 and 60,000 off this. That would be fantastic. The numbers are still going up quite a bit. Oh, 60,000. Fantastic. So I'm really, really happy with that. That is wonderful. But that's basically it for us for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from FendtFarmer, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.